we're back on Timeless Performers with Caryn Landauer. And, you know, I love your work, Caryn, in itself, not only because of the pictures, but this piece right here, which is, what is it called?
That's in Bodrum, Turkey. That's some of my photography. Bodrum. Yes.
Right. And you actually painted this?
No, that's actually a photograph. That's a G-clay. I do a lot of photography, and so I'm trying to take some of the. I've traveled in about 14 different countries, so I'm trying to take a lot of the photographs that I've done and turn them into prints or use them in the backgrounds of.
Well, actually, there's so many artists that are photography artists.
Yes.
That is absolutely gorgeous. Now, what is this?
This is my major promote. This has gotten me a lot of business because it kind of shows a variety of my mother's work and my work. So I take these around. I actually generally have a portfolio, which I forgot to bring.
That's right.
But it shows the different color schemes and styles, you know, some of the things that we do.
Right. Now, I want to, you know, I didn't get to see all of these yet, and I want to talk about the piece behind us. But this is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about this.
This is just actually one of the digitally created pieces, but we've painted a lot of paintings with these colors, the color schemes, like the yellow oxide. So we had our printers, you know, pull from some of the original artwork and use some of the same colors into the digital.
Now, how long does this take for them to do?
It all depends on how busy they are.
How busy they are, right?
Yeah.
Now this one, I absolutely adore the colors in this piece right here because of the purples.
Yes.
Purple hues and the greens and the blues. They just kind of, and the fire here that's green. That's a gas, right?
Yes. And in our studio, we have artwork with all these color schemes. We have so many different styles. So we paint with all these different colors. So what I was trying again to do is use colors that are actually in a lot of our original artwork at our studio. So, and then what we wanted to do, I guess, with these is we've had people stop me, you know, again, when I'm wearing the jewelry or the vest, and they stop me and they, you know, a lady came out to me and said, "Do you understand you've taken something so that is not a very attractive, you know, something not pretty and turned it into something beautiful."
Well,
you know, because the oil related. And
that's
so
right.
A lot of women like these, you know, in the oil industry. So
right. Now here's another
unique
piece, which I love the actual frame that you you put into it because it really makes the blues in the actual artwork and the clouds look so gorgeous. And, you know, if I were an oil man, well, I mean, I like it the way it is myself because, you know, I work with so many people in the oil industry that, I mean, I can't even imagine them not coming and buying a lot of this, do they?
Yes. We only started this, I guess, about a year and a half ago. So I've had people stop me again. It's like I've gone to a lot of functions, oil related, and say they've never seen anything like it. I don't know. I've not, you know, looked at that enough. But it is fun. It's very, very different. And so I'm doing a lot with that. You know,
now let's talk about this piece back here.
This came from a series my mother started doing because we had a client that wanted the Houston skyline abstracted for her company. And so my mother painted several paper pieces and then an actual piece that I have here, but it's on wood. And this is the digital, you know, the G-clay print.
This is the digital.
Print. Yeah,
that's a print.
Yeah.
Now, it feels, you know, the most gorgeous part about it is this is like canvas.
Yeah, it's G-clay canvas.
A G-clay canvas.
And
now,
you can paint on it. You can actually go and hand embellish it.
Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Can you do any type of stippling or anything to bring out the actual buildings at all? And does your mother do that?
Yes. We just had a designer this week. We're doing a 6-foot. This is the largest print we ever did. A 6-foot by 7-foot G-clay print, and then we have to go back. It's called hand embellishing it. So we have to go back and put the brush strokes in it. Not the whole painting, but parts of it. So it will
that'll really stand out.
Yeah. So
now, is she putting that in her home?
It's for a client's home.
It's for a client's home.
One of our designers is getting it for her client's home. So we just ordered that, and so that's going to be exciting.
Is that the wildest one you've ever had to do?
That's the largest print we've ever had done. But we have a canvas at our studio that's about 8 foot by, I think it's about 5 by 8. We do every color scheme. We do a lot of commission pieces. A lot of times what we do is we take, if we're doing a custom piece and it's something we think of that we can sell again, we'll paint 2 of them and we'll let people choose from it. as long as we think it's something that's sellable.
And you know, it's funny. It's funny when I do my artwork and I have to do an exact replica of it.
Yeah.
The largest piece I did was for a church, and I had to do. They were 4 identical ones because they were on glass doors.
Oh wow. Oh.
And they were this big, and to do those for a Christmas situation, or to do it for, I had to decorate a restaurant, that you have to do identical pieces, and that's really hard as an artist.
Yes.
It's really difficult, and people don't understand why, because once you've done one piece, I showed you some pictures of a piece I did, and it was in all pinks and silvers, and somebody else saw it and they wanted one
exact, and you can't get it exact. And most people can. Some people
if you put them
but
side by side, they do have a little bit of a difference, right? And it's hard, or it's hard to take somebody else's painting and replicate it. Sometimes, am I right?
I wouldn't try it, so I don't know.
So I know, and I mean, I think that being an artist is, there's something. It's hard to explain to somebody. Unless you are one yourself in some respect,
yes,
that it takes a lot of energy. People don't realize that. Am I right?
Yes, you get on. I'm working on these commissions, and sometimes you get so inspired you can't stop until you exhaust yourself. And then
that's right.
And being an artist is not just I do the marketing, the networking, I do the website, I do the emailing, I do so much of the business part of it. And I've had assistants that's helped me over the past couple of years, but it never ends. So
no, and when you have your own business, Caryn, I have to tell you this: having my own business and being in film and radio and television, and also being an artist and marketing for other people, for clients. By the end of the day, I'm spent. I can't do anymore, and I have to relax by either watching television or something, or reading, or something, or paint. And it's funny, but I do my artwork at night because, of course, I don't have any time during the daytime to do it.
Yes, yeah.
And I get so inspired that I'll sometimes stay up all night long just to be able to finish it. Because everything I do is by hand. None of it is manufactured, except maybe the base, like this would be a base before you start. It's a canvas. Well, that's what I start with, a base. And then it just becomes what it is.
Yeah, and sometimes it's very, very hard to start. I mean, it's once you start doing it.
That's right.
My mother paints a lot more than I do because I'm doing all the other business. But she does the abstract landscapes, abstract beachscapes, and regular abstracts. I just do really the photography and the abstracts itself. So,
what's probably the most expensive piece you've sold?
We try to keep our prices,
reasonable.
Yeah, we do.
But commissioning?
A commission's about $5,200. We don't generally do our pieces by, a lot of artists I guess do by, square inch. We don't do that because sometimes a small piece, like there's a piece over there, a paper piece, that may have more work in it than something 3 or 4 times the size. So it's which is more cost in the, the supplies and the time. And
so by the time that you've done that, do you feel at the end of the day successful?
It all depends on the day. I mean, there's so many different aspects of what I do that I may feel successful that I, let's say, complete a piece of artwork, but that I didn't follow through yet on some other projects that I have coming. And I also represent some other artists too, so I have to work with other people on some of their projects, and it's never ending. So
do you do a lot of shows?
Yes, we do things at our studio, but again, I get invited to do, because I'm all over the place, so I'll get invited to do a lot of, things in the community. So just for, sometimes it's just displaying, or doing a talk, so you're not selling, but you're doing a talk and, presentations. I do a lot of presentations.
And on that note, we're going to take a short break. Give your website out again, please.
LandauerArt.com. That's www.landauer, LANDAUER.com.
We want to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back with Caryn Landauer of Landauer Art right after these messages.